Excellency Mr. Javed Ashraf, Captain of Industry from India, the Vice President of the Confederation of Indian Industry, Mr. Sanjeev Puri, all the distinguished leaders from different spheres of industry, both in India and France, well-wishers of this partnership, captains of industry, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen who have joined us for this very important India-France Business Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, France and India have truly been friends, partners, and two democracies, vibrant democracies, with the rule of law, with transparent trading systems, working for global good. President Macron and Prime Minister Modi have over the last few years strengthened our strategic partnership, which this year celebrates 25 years, and taken it to the next level, where we are looking at an expanded engagement in trade, in technology, in tourism, and in investment. We are both very concerned nations for a stable global economic order. We both believe in consensus and cooperation, both at the regional and global level. I believe this friendship between our leaders, our businesses, and the people of the two countries are a force multiplier for global good. And I'm grateful to the huge support we have received from all of you present in this room here today in further strengthening this bond of friendship and trust between the two countries through your relentless efforts to grow the trade and economic partnership. I have with me today some of the top leaders of Indian industry, representing a wide variety of sectors, whether it's banking, automobile, auto components, textile sector, robotics, technology and paints, from the auto component industry as well as the large commercial vehicle segment. We have the renewable and clean energy sector here, as well as industry from the pesticides, agrochemicals and agro-related products. We have the telecom sector, the real estate sector represented here, and I hope I'm not missing out on anybody given the lights. We have large amount of India's interest in ceramics, who is also present with us. In some sense, several areas of growing importance in the Indian trade basket in our manufacturing and services sector, who has accompanied me to engage with you, to meet with you, and share with you their experiences of working in India, of growing and taking the best advantage of an economy which is rapidly expanding both in the domestic and international sphere. Yesterday, in an earlier engagement, I shared in this very beautiful room India's potential over the next 25 years, which the Honorable Prime Minister has termed as the Amrit Kal, the golden era of India, where as we transition from 75 years of independence, which we are celebrating currently, to our centenary year of independence, we hope to take the Indian economy from a $3.5 trillion today to a $35 trillion economy. And look at the huge delta of opportunity that I bring with me today. a delta of opportunity which has never been seen, unparalleled in global economic history. And I say this with confidence because we have a young population, we have the demographic dividend in our favor, we have significant managerial and technological abilities, a huge talent pool waiting to expand the work that is carried out in India in different spheres. We have a well-connected India, connected digitally, connected with all the basic utilities that are required to support economic activity. Over the last decade, the basic needs of every Indian have been well taken care of, so that today we have an empowered young nation which is aspiring for more. It's full of aspirations, demands, and having seen what's happening in the rest of the world, there's huge hunger in the belly. Not hunger as in food or starvation, hunger for the good things of life, for a better quality of life. They want larger incomes, they want goods and services of global quality, and therefore India today opens a huge opportunity to businesses around the world. From the Indian context, we can offer you scale, we can offer you speed, and we can offer you our skills. We are today one of the largest consumers of goods and services. We are rapidly expanding our international engagement. Over the last 2 years, our export of goods and services have grown by over 50%, and we hope to continue on this growth trajectory so that by 2030, aligned with the French roadmap for 2030, we hope to see our exports of goods and services from India triple from its existing level of about $765 billion to $2 trillion. And we invite all of you to be a part of that journey in the next 7 years. There are several areas of interest, whether it's manufacturing. We have a $1.4 trillion infrastructure pipeline to strengthen logistics in the country. Defense is an area where we are promoting manufacturing in India. We are attracting investment and technology from around the world. And France is certainly one of our preferred partners in this journey to become more and more self-reliant in our needs for defense equipment. We are looking at innovation and technology being the driver of growth in India, and the green economy, where sustainability is at the core of India's agenda, is going to be a massive thrust area both for technology and investments. In fact, in the next 7 years, we are going to nearly triple our clean energy installed capacity to 500 gigawatt, one of the fastest rollouts of clean energy that the world has ever witnessed. As more and more women come into the workforce in India, and there's a huge focus on gender parity, gender equality, and opportunities for our women, we see more and more nuclear families building up demand for things as simple as washing machines and dishwashers, but also with larger incomes within the family, a greater demand for all the good things of life that in this interconnected world, 800 million internet users in India are experiencing as they surf what's happening in Sydney, what's happening in Tokyo, what's happening in Rome, Paris and London. what's happening in San Francisco and New York. In this day and age, where almost every single home in India is connected with television, they are exposed to the good way, the good lifestyles that people are enjoying across the world. They are aspiring for more. Tourism is another area where India offers huge potential, both to attract tourists to India as well as sending tourists to France so that they can enjoy the beautiful cities of France, the beautiful outdoors and the countryside. Just like I enjoyed it during my first visit when I came on my honeymoon to France. Of course, we paid in francs at that point of time instead of euro. But truly, every single visit to France is memorable, has a newness to it, has something more to offer. And I can assure you that for those of you friends who would plan a visit to India, we have a lot to offer, lots of good things which will help each one of you understand India better and move away from the old image of India that some may still carry. In fact, today I offered to host boardroom meetings of French companies in India, inviting you to come with your board members and experience a new India that is modernizing, yet, like France, maintaining its cultural identity, maintaining art, tradition, and our historical family value systems. I'm sure going forward with the G20 presidency in India, we'll see many more business persons visiting India as a part of our B20 engagement, as a part of our Startup 20 engagement, as a part of the various different tracks that will be held in India. And I have invited Minister Beck to come to India with a team of business persons so that we can continue this dialogue and expand our bilateral trade, not at the speed at which we've worked in the past, but at a much, much more accelerated pace, where we can see trade and investment expanding many-fold in the next few years, so that our development journey, which includes, as Prime Minister Modi says, perform, reform and transform. And for us, reform or transformational journey does not come out of compulsion, but it emerges out of the conviction both that Prime Minister Modi has, that our business persons have, and that 1.4 billion citizens of India have. A conviction that together we can work for a new world, a new global order, and for global good. In conclusion, if I may quote Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when you associate with India's growth journey, India gives you guarantee of growth. Friends, we are all in it together for the collective prosperity of both our nations, of the people of both our nations, and together we can, together we will. Thank you very much.
J'espère que vous avez bien profité de cette conversation précieux, votre volonté de parler de votre savoir-faire, de cet esprit de partage qui est magnifique. Thank you so much for everything you've given today. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you to all the delegates who have taken part. Thank you to you all, and have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
So we just go there. You make your opening comments and then we can.
1 minute for today, the CEOs can go downstairs on the round tables. And to the south, very yours.